The Garden of Gentle Shadows. Emma couldn't sleep. Again. She lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, her mind racing with the day's worries. On a whim, she pulled on her favorite pajamas, the soft ones with little stars, and decided to take a walk through the woods behind her grandmother's old house. The moment she stepped outside, something felt different. The trees swayed in a gentle breeze, their leaves shimmering like they held secrets. A soft whisper floated through the air, not frightening, just curious, inviting even. A path of glowing flowers appeared at her feet, as if the forest itself was lighting her way. Each step brought a satisfying crunch of leaves, a rhythm that began to quiet her restless thoughts. Then she saw it. A flicker of movement between the trees. Emma's breath caught, but not from fear. A small shadow creature emerged with big, luminous eyes that sparkled with kindness. It seemed shy, but when Emma crouched down and extended her hand, it cautiously approached and gestured for her to follow. The creature led her to a moonlit clearing where others like it had gathered. They weren't monsters at all. They were guardians of this peaceful place. Together, they played simple games and solved gentle puzzles that told stories of comfort and care. Eventually, they brought Emma to a grand mansion nestled against the hillside. The door opened on its own, revealing warm firelight and walls covered in paintings that seemed to whisper tales of welcome. Little notes were scattered throughout. This house was built to provide comfort, a safe haven for those who seek solace. In the final room, Emma found a bedroom straight out of a dream, a fluffy bed surrounded by twinkling fairy lights. The shadow creatures gathered around, not to frighten, but to watch over her. Their presence felt like a warm blanket. As Emma settled into the impossibly soft bed, she realized what this place truly was. Not a dream, not quite reality, but something in between. A sanctuary for weary souls who just needed a gentle reminder that rest was possible, that peace could be found even in the darkness. The whispers from the woods transformed into the softest lullaby as her eyes grew heavy. For the first time in weeks, Emma drifted off to sleep with a smile, surrounded by the kindest shadows she'd ever known. And in the morning, when she woke in her own bed, she carried that warmth with her. A reminder that sometimes the things we fear in the dark are simply waiting to wish us sweet dreams. 3 nights later, Emma found herself restless again. But this time, it felt different, like an old friend was calling her back. She slipped on her star-printed pajamas and made her way to the woods. Sure enough, the glowing flowers appeared, but tonight they led her somewhere new. Past the mansion, down a winding path, to a shimmering portal that hummed with a familiar, comforting energy. The shadow creatures emerged from the trees, their eyes bright with excitement. The smallest one, the first friend she'd made, took her hand and guided her toward the portal. Emma felt no fear, only curiosity. She stepped through. The world that greeted her was made entirely of blocks. Cubic trees reached toward a pixelated sky, their leaves rustling in perfect squares. A geometric sun cast warm, angular shadows across rolling hills of green. Emma looked down at her hands. They too had transformed into the charming, blocky style of this new realm. Her shadow friend had changed as well, now appearing as a small, friendly creature made of deep purple blocks with glowing eyes. It gestured excitedly toward a small cottage in the distance, its chimney puffing out perfect cube-shaped clouds of smoke. As they walked, Emma noticed other creatures emerging from their homes. A villager with kind eyes offered her a freshly baked blocky cake. A wolf with a blue collar wagged its tail and fell into step beside them. Even the ambient sounds, the gentle mooing of cows, the soft clucking of chickens, created a peaceful symphony. The cottage door swung open, revealing an interior that somehow felt both impossibly simple and wonderfully cozy. Torches flickered on the walls, casting dancing light across crafted furniture. A chest in the corner opened by itself, revealing soft wool blankets in every color. But the shadow creature led her further, outside to a garden behind the cottage. Here, Emma found something magical. A crafting table surrounded by her other shadow friends, all working together on something special. They showed her how to place blocks, how to build and create. But this wasn't about grand structures or survival. It was about making something peaceful together. They built a small gazebo with a view of a gentle waterfall, each block placed with care and intention. The repetitive motion of placing blocks became almost meditative, each satisfying click easing away her worries. As the blocky moon rose in the sky, casting everything in a soft silver glow, the shadow creatures led Emma to a bed they'd crafted from the finest wool. It sat beneath the gazebo, surrounded by flowers that swayed in the gentle breeze. "You helped build this," the smallest shadow creature seemed to say without words. "A place of your own making, proof that you can create peace, one small block at a time." Emma understood. Sometimes healing wasn't about escaping to a perfect place that already existed. It was about having the tools and friends to build your own sanctuary, piece by piece. She climbed into the blocky bed, and the familiar message appeared in the air. "Sleep well. Dream of what you'll build tomorrow." The shadow creatures gathered around once more, now joined by the friendly wolf and a purring cat that had appeared from nowhere. The stars above, each one a perfect twinkling cube, seemed to smile down at her. When Emma woke in her own bed the next morning, she felt something new stirring inside her. That restless anxiety was still there, but now she had a reminder. She had the power to build her own comfort, her own peace. Sometimes all it took was placing one block at a time, with patient friends by your side. And on her nightstand, impossible as it seemed, sat a single wooden block, smooth and warm, as if it had been crafted with love.